Good morning. Good morning. I am, in fact, having a good morning. It's so good. It's so good. Oh my god, it's food related, obviously. Lol. Hello. Also. There we go. I thought these were discontinued because I feel like I haven't seen them in like months. It's these chips. I know they're backwards, but it's roasted red pepper. Oh, it's so good. They're like my favorite chips. It's so good. They used to be in like a different... They used to have like some sort of like special artisan or like baked or some sort of special other like design bag that they had. It was still Tostitos. It was like, and they had like 3 or 4 flavors there, and the roasted red, they called it something else. It was like roasted red pepper and tomato salsa or something like that. And it was so good. And then I haven't seen them in a while, and I eventually saw this today. And it's the exact same, I think. It tastes exactly the same. I love it. Almost ate the entire bag in like 2 minutes. And then I stopped myself because I had actual food to make. There's actual food to make. But yeah. We're gonna try and meet the queen today. That is the plan. I felt like I had something else to say. Aside from, I love chips. I actually don't love chips. It's weird. Like, I like chips. But I almost never get them. I mostly only get this one flavor and, like, nothing else. So I don't know. Okay. So I've been slowly turning down my mic every day because I've noticed that it is I have been blown out since I turned it up. It's still higher than my old baseline, but like I kind of need it for my personal monitoring because it just isn't. It's so low that it almost makes no difference. It makes some difference still, but like I like to be able to hear myself better, so I actually know how loud and like what my voice is actually sounding like when I talk. I don't know. It's not ideal, but it works for me. But regardless, let's meet the queen. I believe we're supposed to meet Hilda. That was exactly where we left off. Oh, it's you. Colonel Richard. Estelle and Joshua. This is our first opportunity truly to speak face to face, I believe. The last time we saw one another was right after Mail Dalmor was arrested, wasn't it? I'm honestly surprised that you remember us. I realized that we exchanged few words, but you made quite an impression on me. My curiosity was piqued, so I did a bit of checking up on you. I was quite surprised to learn that you were the children of Colonel Cassius. How'd you find that out? Please understand, I'm not trying to show off the Intelligence Division's capabilities. I'm greatly indebted to him from our time together in the army. Indeed, more than words can properly express. Might I persuade you to stay a while and talk? I've been hoping to speak with you two for quite some time now. Pardon me, Colonel, but don't you have a meeting with His Grace? I don't mind being a bit late. Yes, if we're going to talk, why don't we use the lounge inside? I'll mix you up a couple of virgin cocktails. I'll prepare them, sir! No, that won't be necessary. I want you to go to His Grace and inform him that I'll be delayed. Yes, sir. Pardon me, then. I don't know why she's so, like, uptight and aggro all of a sudden. Like, I know, but, like, it seems very out of character. Captain Amalthea has been, like, all over the map, realistically. Character-wise. Feels like everything is a lie, and then, like, I don't know. I don't know. Shall we retire to the lounge? Please follow me. What do we do? I don't see where we have much choice. We'll be a little late, but we can talk to the head maid later. Or we could just be like, hey, fuck you, Colonel Richard. We're leaving. I met Cassius shortly after I graduated from the military academy. I was assigned to a mobile unit that was under his command. And since that time, I found myself in his debt again and again, both personally and professionally. What did you think of him at the time? To put it simply, he was a hero. And a master swordsman, to boot. No matter the scenario, he could find a way to handle any number of battlefronts in every direction. It wasn't just a matter of sheer tactics, he understood and could direct high-level strategy as well. Quite simply, he was a man without peer. If I didn't know better, I'd say you were talking about two different people. So, you were with our father during the 100 Days War? Yes, he was my CO. Even now, I can still vividly remember the excitement that filled me as we executed his plan that turned the war's tide. Anytime I get to talking about those days, time just runs away with me. But this much I can tell you. If Cassius Bright had not been part of the Royal Army, Liberal would now be part of the Erebonian Empire. But no way! My dad? Nuh-uh. Well, as a hero, he had a knack for doing unbelievable things. My internet unstable? What's going on? Oh, it is unstable. I don't know if there's anything I can do about that. He left the army immediately after the war, declining even a medal from the Queen. So few knew of his achievements. But inside the army, many soldiers still hold him up as a prime example of what a hero should be. Now I'm just staring at my drop frames. I'm sure it's fine. It's not like there's a lot of movement. He never said one word about this. Whose side are you on, Joshua? Why doesn't any of this shock you? Did you know this already? Well, I didn't know that he was Colonel Richard's superior officer. The rest I knew about vaguely. Vaguely? You're an accomplice? Calm down. It's not like he told me any of it, I just figured a lot of it out. He told me he didn't feel it was something worth going out of his way to tell others about. I don't get it. When he comes back, he's in so much trouble. Sorry, we didn't mean to interrupt. I don't know, seeing you like this is actually a bit of a relief. When I found out that your father was intending to leave the military, I desperately tried to stop him. But it seems that by leaving, he did what was best for himself after all. After losing his dear wife, maybe being with you was all that could help him recover. Now, I thank you for taking the time to come here. I really can't keep the Duke waiting, so I'm afraid you'll have to excuse me. You both have told me the one thing I wanted most to know, and thus I have no regrets. I'm sure we'll have a chance to speak again soon. Cassius might even be with us then to share in the stories. What did he want to learn and what? Okay, who was that man and was he done with Colonel Richard? What are you babbling about now? It's just that it's weird to hear him talking about Dad that way. I wasn't expecting him to be so nice. True. He doesn't seem all that villainous anyway. Even so, it's pretty much a foregone conclusion that he's got something up his sleeve. For now, we should probably put the issue of Dad aside. Yeah, I guess you're right. I think he might have been playing nice just because he could get something out of it. He's an intelligence officer, so he probably thinks that fooling a couple of kids is as easy as could be. Don't you think that's going a little too far? Maybe. Let me be the one who's mistrustful. You should just follow your instincts and believe whatever you think is right. Just make sure you're prepared for anything. Don't let your guard down. I'd say a bracer's job is pretty much that, in fact. What are you thanking me for? We need to go back and see Hilda. She's in the maid quarters. I'm gonna just check a thing. Okay, I turned that off. My internet is annoyingly unstable. I'm gonna lower the bitrate if I can. I recently upped it, so I'll just lower it back down. Apply. Okay. Hopefully that helps. I made such a minimal change. I think it was no, this is the cooks. It was this way. No, that's the administration. It was this way. I don't know where I'm going. Oh my god, where was it? Found it. You're awfully late, aren't you? Sorry, we got kinda caught by Colonel Richard. Did you now? He had some things to tell us about our dad. I don't think he has any idea what we're up to, though. I see. Ah, yes. That letter of introduction did mention that you were Mr. Cassius's children. I can understand at least some of how Colonel Richard feels. He used to come here when he worked as General Morgan's aide-de-camp. I'm told that he was a school friend of the late Prince's, Her Majesty's son. What, late Prince? Yes, he was killed 15 years ago in a tragic shipwreck. But that he were still alive today, none of this would be happening. But lamenting what might have been is a fool's errand. Evening is fast approaching. We must make our preparations at once. Come on in, Shay. Well, aren't you Shay? Thank you for remembering. I've been told of your current predicament. You won't find a more dependable child. She's a great help to us whenever the princess is in the castle. That shouldn't pose a problem. You should go change into your uniforms. The ribbons and the headpiece are tricky, so I'll just adjust them for you. What do you mean? Estelle's going to need to dress as one of the maids in order to get into the royal keep. A little playing with the hair and you'll blend right in. I get it. Uniforms don't allow for much in the way of personalization. That should be ideal for sneaking in. Me in a maid's outfit. Ha 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 ha! Oh, I've been wanting to try one? Okay. I honestly didn't see her reaction. I didn't think she would react that way. I thought she'd be like, a dress? Fuck that. Yeah, my internet is just unstable. It's unfortunate. Well, if our uniforms weren't easy to move in, they'd make the cleaning much more difficult. Got this sucker on me. Why are you so excited? I'm glad you're in high spirits. But you need to remember your manners in front of the queen. You won't have me to lean on this time. Well, why not? You're changing too, aren't you? Huh? He has to put on another dress. He has to put on another dress. I mean, he did play the princess during the play. He did play the princess. Is there really that much of a difference between the fancy dress and the maid outfit? It was a play. Can't appear before Her Majesty in woman's clothes. Oh, you'll be fine. Besides, you made such a gorgeous princess. Hilda, Shay, help me out here. Say something. Anyone? That shouldn't pose a problem. Shay, don't you have that extra headpiece designed for the princess? Hairpiece. Yeah, it's never been used, though. He has that full dark hair, so it would probably look good on him. It looks like a 3-to-1 vote! Well, I don't remember ever agreeing to changing. Alright, if I have to change, I can do it myself. Makeup? What? What? Oh my. Ta-da! What do you think? I think it suits her very well. Such a bright, active maid in training, and after only just coming to the castle, too. You certainly have me convinced. And with the hair down like that, no one will be any the wiser. Perhaps you'd like to work at Grancel Castle for real when this is all settled. I mean, we're already bracers, so maybe not. There's no way out of this. Lol, the sparkles. The sparkles. It's almost frightening how good it looks. Isn't it awesome? Looks better on him than it does on me. Bit of makeup can make all the difference in the world. Please just say you're done. Well, I suppose so. I'll show you the way to the royal keep. You need to make certain you watch me and learn how a maid handles herself. We're finally gonna meet the queen. It's the do or die moment. It's hard to take you seriously in that outfit. Well, excuse me. This was your idea. Treat you to ice cream later, okay? I'm not obsessed with food. I'm not obsessed with food. I'm obsessed with food. Can't really see my belly, but I'm obsessed with food. Oh, she's leading the way. Okay. So I just realized I was originally gonna like have a separate save, like pre-castle, in case shit went sideways, and I just forgot to do that. I think it was this way. I don't remember how to get up there. These are all just rooms. Ah. Hilda, what business do you have with Her Majesty at this hour? I'm bringing some tea and spoons at her request. The current situation means that Her Majesty is denied the right to even go about her daily life, as she wishes after all. Who are these maids with you? I don't recognize them. His Grace ordered me to hire on some additional staff to help. They've only just arrived at the castle today. Really now? Hey, you're pretty cute. Why do I get the feeling we've met before? Do you stare so hard at every young lady you see? I do hope you're not thinking any untoward thoughts. I'd rather think that His Grace and the Colonel would disapprove. No! No, we're elites! Now will you please allow us to pass? That was intense. Thanks, Hilda. Yeah, that was really well done. So glad I could help. Are you planning to change your clothes before going to see Your Majesty? If you prefer, I can just show you the way now. Boy clothes, now! Now! Why are you always so self-conscious? What was wrong with what you had on? What was wrong? Did you have an issue? You didn't like it? I liked it. By the way, Hilda, is this room what I think it is? Yes, it's Princess Claudia's bedroom, but she rarely sleeps in the castle, so the room is all but unused. I heard that the princess was tending to the queen. I guess that's just gossip then? I'm mixing up my voices. You'd have to ask Her Majesty for the full details. The room is on the second floor of the royal keep. I'll take you there. Alright. There's only one way to go. Beg your pardon, Your Majesty. I've brought the two I spoke of before. This is Joshua and Estelle. By all means, enter. Let's do it. We're meeting the queen. I bid you welcome. I bid you welcome. How can I do an old woman voice? My name is Alicia Van Auslese. I'm the 26th monarch of the nation of Liberal. I'm Estelle Bright. I'm a junior bracer, and I'm Joshua Bright. I have truly been looking forward to meeting you both. I regret I cannot offer you proper hospitality, but I have prepared some tea. Please have some and relax. I see. So Professor Russell asked you to bring this information. A pitch-black orbment, capable of negating all other orbital energies. and you say that the Colonel has acquired it. The Professor told us that you might have some idea of what he intends to do with it, Your Majesty. Can you tell us anything? I have but a vague idea, but I did not think that the Colonel even knew of it. Perhaps I am worrying about nothing, but even so... What is the vague idea you have? I suppose there is no harm in telling you. Roughly 10 years ago, a massive orbital reaction was detected beneath Gransel. Professor Russell was the individual who came to investigate. Did this happen in the vicinity of the sewers? No, far deeper underground than that, in fact. Professor Russell was under the impression that it might be a relic of the ancients that still functioned. What? Wow. Most artifacts I know have lost their function. But every now and again you find one that still functions like Mayor Dalmore's family heirloom. What does that tell us about the gospel? Maybe it could be used to halt the artifact's functions? Could it do that? Yes, however, we were unable to establish the nature of the artifact or indeed why it was buried beneath the city. But it is beyond my imaginings how the Colonel could know of its existence. Professor Russell's research on it was kept strictly confidential and off the record. In any event, it seems likely that trouble is on the way. Just as I started to think maybe the Colonel might be a slightly nicer guy than we were giving him credit for, but then when someone's trying to stir up some trouble, that's when us bracers come in. We won't let him get away with whatever evil scheme he's trying to pull off. I'd expect no less from Cassius's daughter. He was a friend of my late son's and a great savior to the nation. Even after he retired from the army, he would sometimes undertake requests for me. Really? I might imagine that there are a great many things about him that you do not know, including the precise role he played in the war 10 years ago. I assume you've not been told? Not super detailed. Perhaps that is the role that I am meant to play, Estelle and Joshua. Will you indulge me by listening to an old story? Let's learn about Daddy! Alright, 10 years. In the spring, a tragedy occurred in the southern reaches of the Erebonian Empire. Its cause is yet unknown, so that is something I must omit. The Empire used that event as a pretext for their invasion of Liberal. So began the sad times. The sad times! So began the sad times! I kinda wish it just stopped there. It becomes not funny when you finish the sentence, but... And so began the sad times that would become known as the 100 Days War. Just as the Empire made its declaration of war, a massive military force breached the Hawken Gate. In what seemed like scant moments, all over Liberal became occupied territory save for Gransel. It is said that the invasion force was 3 times the size of the entire Royal Army. The reinforcements from Calvard were too late to stop their advance. It was about a matter of time before Gransel too would fall. About 2 months after the outbreak of hostilities, the war changed in the way that none could have imagined. Patrol airships had just been developed and were used to recapture Liberals' checkpoints, severing the Imperial Army's communications. The Royal Army then set about recapturing the major regions one by one using ships launched from Leiston Fortress. Zeiss, Rouen, Beauvais, Rolent. With their supply lines severed, the Erebonian forces occupying each region were swiftly crushed. And the one behind this plan for a counteroffensive was none other than one Colonel Cassius Bright. It was your father who was General Morgan's right-hand man at the time, as well as Colonel Richard's superior officer. Afterward, with the intercession of the Bracer Guild and the Septian Church, the war was brought to an end. But it was at this time that Cassius lost what he treasured most in all the world. Lena, your mother, Estelle. I said that in a weird way that didn't make sense. That clock tower was destroyed in the Imperial Army's vain attempts to hold back the counteroffensive. What followed, I am sure you know. Cassius was not even able to be by his wife's side in her final moments. I had no idea. But he believed that the military operation that he himself had planned effectively caused her death. Blaming himself, he left the military and took up the path of the Bracer. All to stay with the only one he had left, you. And this time he swore he would be able to protect those he loved. That idiot. It wasn't his fault. How could he even think that? I mean, Estelle thought the same thing. If I'm remembering her story near the beginning of the game, Estelle was blaming herself. She was like, it's my fault that Mom was in the tower. You're correct. Given that all he lost was in service to his country, responsibility falls upon me. And so I'm sorry, Estelle, I failed to protect your mother. I have wished to apologize to you for a long time. You don't need to apologize. You protected the peace of this country ever since the war ended. The peace that Dad and all the other soldiers who defended Liberal in the war fought so hard to protect. And the peace that Mom gave her life for so I could live in it. You have nothing to be sorry for. Estelle, you have a kind heart, and I'm grateful. It gladdens my heart to have finally met you in person, now more than ever. However, that is why I do not wish you to put yourself in danger. I would like for you to remove yourself from any dealings with this matter. What? But Julia, Lieutenant Schwartz asked us to help you. Thank you. I'm grateful for your willingness to do so. But if some tragedy were to befall you in Cassie's absence, I know of no apology that could ever suffice. I ask only that you go back to your home in Roland and wait for your father to return. What? The peace that Dad restored and that you protect, though it has held firm, now trembles like a leaf in the breeze. If the Colonel is able to use the gospel for whatever purpose he intends, and if he succeeds in making the Duke the new king of Liberal, then what will become of that peace? I ask only that you consider that. Right? I feel like I can't talk today. Right when we became junior bracers, we inherited a whole lot of work from Dad. After the Sky Bandit incident, we got that letter in the package, and we've been running around all creation ever since. It feels to us like our dad's been nudging us in the back this whole time. That's why I wanted to defend peace. So that everyone we've met, and everyone we care about, can go on living secure and happy lives. Just like you. Just like Mom and Dad. I'm doing this because it's what I believe is right, and I really want to see it through. Seems she was right about you. I too am ready. I would like for the two of you to carry my request to the Bracer Guild. We'll do it. We'll do it. Rescue those being held captive by the Intelligence Division. Amongst them is my granddaughter, Claudia. Oh, so the Princess E is being held captive. This coup d'etat started when I backed her as the successor to the throne. In other words, Duke Dunon was out of the running. Duke Dunon! Yes, though he is my nephew, he is possessed of a considerable number of character flaws. Like everything. Every single one. For the sake of this nation's future, I would have my granddaughter succeed me. I mean, I don't actually know her, but I personally lean toward the idea that your judgment should really be trusted here. No matter the era, there will always be those who object strongly to a woman wielding political power. Not to mention the memory of the invasion by a larger power is still relatively fresh. Some of them will perceive a succession of 2 consecutive queens to be a sign of weakness. It's hardly surprising that such a notion has taken root in the minds of some. Some, including Colonel Richard. Claudia's pending succession to the throne caught him quite unawares. That along with his passing of this information to the Duke is what led to this coup. This was all staged so that Liberal would become a strong military power with the Colonel ruling from the shadows. So if Liberal became a militarized country, what would happen then? Many things. Taxes would be levied, orbital weaponry would be developed, wide-ranging policy of conscription, no doubt contracting Jaeger Corps would be made legal, which is not the case at present. Indeed, the Colonel has made very adamant requests that I enact such policies. I thought that such proposals were born out of genuine love for his country, but I never agreed that they were the right course of action to take. The Royal Army is not all that protects this land. We have worked hard to maintain treaties with other countries. Defending a nation goes hand in hand with free cultural exchange and trade with all other nations, to the benefit of all. If only real-world leaders in the real world today, 2020, could remember this. Imagine a world where they actually thought this was true. I got really political out of nowhere. I'm never political. Oh no, that's kind of not true. Sometimes I just get randomly just jab it in and be like, hey! This is very apt right now for the real world. The Colonel, however, finds such notions to be womanly and foolishly idealistic. So he demanded that I abdicate the throne in exchange for Claudia's safe return. Many people have had family members taken to ensure that they would not dare to oppose the Colonel. But I am the Queen, and I will not allow all that I love about my country to be destroyed simply because of blood ties. Still, she is my only granddaughter. I cannot simply allow her to die. Just relax. We'll do it. Yes, the gospel has to be dealt with. The present state of affairs is not contingent upon my freedom or imprisonment. The gospel shall continue to weigh heavily on my mind for a great many reasons. For my part, I will attempt to ascertain the Colonel's true intentions. And we're mates again. Did you actually just call the Queen cool? She definitely has what it takes to govern a whole country. Yeah, I really want to stop this coup thingy. It's definitely outside of Bracer jurisdiction. But the Queen is like, put in a request with the Bracer Guild, so saith the Queen. And it's like, I think it is in our jurisdiction now. Pickle Pepper Piper, blah, blah, blah. I need to do like, I should do like legit like vocal warm-ups before starting a stream, because it's like for the first hour I just can't enunciate properly. Alright, let's get out of here. It's almost midnight. Are you going home for the day, Miss Hilda? Yes, I believe so. The guard suddenly has a very soft-spoken voice. Just be sure not to do Her Majesty any further discourtesy. We are patriots to the core. That's good to hear. Now I believe that we shall be on our way. Why did Joshua have to talk? By the way, ladies, I don't think we ever got your names. I'm gonna say Dorothy. No. Yeah, no Dorothy. That's a very modern name. Pardon my saying so, but it just doesn't sound right for you. Ain't that the truth? How about you, miss? You may call me Karen? That's a very pretty name. You're too kind, sir. I'm rather fond of it myself. Are you now? Alright. My name is, I think that's just about enough. I sense an ulterior motive at work. No, I mean not from us. They're suspicious. They're definitely suspicious. Aren't you, Mr. Popularity? It was like their eyes all changed when you told them your name. It was not. I didn't see you shying away from joining in the conversation. That doesn't mean I wasn't nervous. Kinda lost all my confidence there. What's all this noise about? I think it's Duke Denon. That is. Oh, Duke Denon. Ah, Lady of the Court. Hey, you maids. You don't look familiar. These are two of the new hires who I'm instructing. This is Dorothy, and that's Karen. They're still quite inexperienced, so I'm giving them some extra training time. Philip knows. Given how many times we've run into him, it'd be bizarre if he didn't recognize us. Come now, Philip, enough with the staring. It's quite unusual to see coming from you, stiff upper lip and all. Pardon my rudeness. You look much like my niece. My eyes were playing tricks on me, it seems. You know, now that I stop and look, I must say that you both are quite lovely. You with the brown hair, you have a very healthy, clean look to you. As for you, I personally think you'd look best with that raven hairs of yours even longer. Ah, yes. Dorothy was an unusual attendant to me this evening. Ew. I don't think tea is what he wants served. Your gracious flirtations, while flattering. Press save for another time and place. All of the maids in the castle work directly in service to Her Majesty Queen Alicia. Oh, the bots are back. This would be solved if I actually just turned on the auto mod. Hold on. Where the fuck is that now? Tools. Nope. Preferences. Moderation. It is turned on. The fuck? I'm blocking links now. I'm blocking them. God damn. God damn. Okay. Should be more or less solved. Also, you can just go away. Let's ban you. Why is this so fiddly? There you go. I'm not buying follower bots. What the fuck? I'm joking. The castle will be mine in a week's time anyway. I can do it then. We can set us out. Yeah, see? I didn't even have to click the next sentence. I knew what he was going to say. He's a creepy horn dog with power, so he gets away with it. Say this knowing full well that I may be reprimanded. But I said I was joking. Enough, I'm going to bed. And you're coming with me, Philip. Alright, Dorothy. You just let me know if you have any problems, anything at all. I'll give you the best advice the future king can give. Ah, thank you very much. Aren't you cute? I apologize unreservedly for all the fuss. His Grace will likely remember nothing of this come the morning. Please set your minds at ease. I should certainly hope so. I am truly sorry. Madam and young missus, I beg your pardon, but I must take my leave. I feel so badly for him. He truly seems to bear the weight of the world on his shoulders. Do you know Mr. Philip? Yes, ever since we were children. Though not nearly as well as we once did, thanks to the one he serves. Sure seems like he's nervous all the time. I'll bet that everything between the Duke and the Colonel has him completely on edge. Probably. By the way, what was that you were saying earlier about me being the popular one? The Duke certainly seemed awfully fond of you. Ugh. I'd like to keep my food in my stomach, thank you. Alright, back to before. I feel like I'm missing something. Why would the Duke want tea so late? Oh my god, Estelle. Oh my god, you sweet summer child. He even said the word libido. Allow me to elucidate the matter of tea, and why gentlemen should never request it in polite company. How you doing, Bigga Booby? Do you understand, Bigga Booby? I think we understand. Completely hopeless. Alright, let's complete that request. I regret that I rarely get the chance to serve her directly. She's so kind and open. She calls herself Chloe sometimes. Well, you can rest easy now that we're on the job. Shall we be going as into our rooms? Or leaving? I think it's to our rooms. What, might I inquire, are you doing at this late hour? Is that Amalthea? Yeah, it is. Did we get arrested? I'm waiting for shit to go completely sideways, because this has been too easy. I realize that you've been invited here, but I don't think it's a bit late for you kids to be walking around. Don't you think it's a bit late? I should say. I mean, we've never been in a castle like this. We couldn't resist the urge. That's certainly understandable. So where were you half an hour ago? Please enlighten me, if only for my own edification. Kitchen! That's really close to the maid quarters. Oh, that's strange. I was making my rounds through there and I never saw you. I feel like she was gonna say that no matter what I said. Actually, I've received reports of you going in and out of the maid quarters several times. Do you not think it a bit odd to be looking around in that particular place? What? I'll take that as a compliment. So what business have you in the maid quarters? I suggest you answer honestly. Oh. You've been here the whole time? Other Zin! Save us! You be drunk. Now that's the stuff. You're drunk. Hey, if it ain't my favorite gorgeous officer lady. Some luck that we met up again, eh? So what's going on? Are my students here causing any trouble? No, it's just that they were in the maid quarters for a while. I really wanted to know their business simply as a security precaution. Yeah, I totally get you. I just sent them off to find some munchies to go with my booze. You kids find anything to eat? No. No. Josh was really good at suddenly coming up with lies. Hey, I just had a great idea. You want to come and join me for a drink? I mean, hey, nothing goes with drinks like a beautiful lady. I'm afraid I'm busy. My apologies. I fundamentally don't understand her character. Amalthea is a complete enigma to me. I don't get it. I don't get her. She seems very inconsistent to me. Maybe it's because we only see like tiny snippets. On the first few times we saw us, she was just like being super polite and like coverty. Now she's like showing her true colors, and now I just don't know what to think. Oh well. Oh, denied. Oh, he was serious. I thought he was just doing that to help cover for us. Looks like we managed to convince her at least. What? Aren't you drunk? I was acting drunk. I haven't had a single drop. But your face had gone all red. He focused on making his blood circulate better, which made it look like he was intoxicated. It's done with some kind of Eastern martial art breathing exercise, right? I'm surprised you're familiar with it, but hey, you seem to be in a tight spot, so I figured I'd distract everyone. Nice save, huh? You are an evil, evil man, Zin. And I'm glad you're on my team. So what's the story? It's the story of you meeting with the Queen, obviously. Excuse me? Did Elnlon tell you something? Actually, I couldn't get him to tell me anything. But now I know anyway, don't I? Without prior knowledge, there's no way you could have just guessed. So how much do you really know? Guess it's finally time to show you this. It's from Dad, isn't it? Dear Zin Vithek, or Vathek, I hope this letter finds you well. I know I've been out of touch. I'm in a hurry, so I hope you'll pardon my bluntness. My work concerning the Jaegers is leading me to Imperial territory. However, due to the fact that unusual forces seem to be influencing matters inside Liberal, I feel uneasy of being absent for so long. This is why I must ask a favor of you. Could I persuade you to come to Liberal and help out if they need it? Since you haven't been to Liberal before, perhaps you could think of it as a recreational trip. There is a martial arts competition before the Queen's birthday celebration, and foreigners can participate. It would make fine camouflage. I realize that this is sudden, but if you can do it, I would be most grateful. I'm intending to return to Liberal before the festival, so hopefully we'll be able to have a drink together when I return. Cassius Bright. Yes, you may have the chance to meet my son and daughter. They're currently apprentices at the guild, so if you happen to meet them, feel free to test the extent of their training. Try not to bail them out too much unless it seems like they really need it. He's in Arabonia. It's the long and short of it. What it means is that you were in cahoots with him all along. Well, I owed him a favor, so I did him a favor. When did you realize that we were his kids? I had a feeling from the outset, especially when I saw Estelle's techniques with a bow staff. I asked Kilika about it, and that confirmed it. It would have been nice if you had said something about it at all. You know, like at all. Got the impression from the letter that he was trying to keep his whereabouts a secret. Still, you're definitely his kids, alright. If you can pull off a job as big as sneaking an audience with the Queen. Well, he knows this much. Alright. Prepare for a story, Zin! Thought something seems a little off. Alright then, I'll help you out. I think this is the ideal opportunity. Please let me help. Does that mean Olivier's gone forever and then my final party member is gonna be Chloe? Chloe's great. Don't get me wrong. She's like a born healer, and I had Olivia as a healer, so it kind of works out. But still, I miss Olivier. He needed more screen time. He just like comes and goes twice. Lieutenant Lawrence, if you'd be so kind. What? Oh, wow. So these must be archaisms. Okay. Holy shit. You were the quickest to react. You are indeed truly a force to be reckoned with when you don't hold back. You flatter me, sir. Your quick-draw technique as well was quite remarkable to behold. I can see that you've studied under the Divine Blade himself. I am humbled. I still have ways to go before I can really humble anyone, I'm afraid, but time waits for no man. My strength may be meager, but I must forge the kingdom's future with my own two hands. My brave men, the way to the ultimate power is open. A bright new dawn approaches up for our beloved Liberal. I expect only the best of each of you. For glory! The glory of Liberal. I'm not even pronouncing it right. Is it lib... I don't know how else I pronounce it. Liberal? Liberal? Liberal. I'm just saying liberal. Who the fuck knows? I'm really bad with name pronunciation. Yes, we did it. We did it. I think my internet stabilized, which is probably good, since it's mostly just been like talking. Alright, let's do it. Let me move around. Alright, he's in it till the end. That's cool. I'm cool with that. There are 7 ranks ranging from G on the bottom up to A at the top. So he's the highest rank you can get? I never knew you were such a badass, Zin. Well, I may be A ranked, but I'm still an underling, so to speak. There are 20 A rankers across the continent, but above that, there's an informal S rank. The one's only granted to bracers. That one's only granted to bracers who successfully resolve issues on a national scale. And there are only 4 of those on the entire continent. I'm not sure I even want to think about what they can do. You really don't know any of this stuff, do you? You're one of those four as Master Cassius. What? Okay, you're not gonna tell me you knew about this already, right? Right? I mean, yeah. He solved a major case for the Republic about 5 years ago. He also, like, stopped the 100 Days War. Royal Army Soldier, Hidden Hero, Divine Blade, S rank Bracer. If he's really so damned awesome, then it would sure be nice if he'd come back and take care of this case. Like, come on. This is strange. This whole chain of events apparently started with Dad going off on his trip. It's as if whoever planned the coup was waiting for him to be gone. This coup was planned around his departure for the Empire, am I correct? I'm probably overthinking things. I can't think of anyone who could possibly manipulate Dad like that without him noticing he's being used. I'd have to know him and his behavior patterns exceptionally well to be able to pull it off. He's dealing with something way important. It probably is. It's probably even more important than this. I don't think the Colonel Richard could have ever managed to pull the wool over his eyes. More likely, it's just that two major events happened to overlap with each other. Regardless of the circumstances, we cannot currently rely on Cassius to help. Therefore, I'm resolved to prepare for the worst. An emergency meeting? All other things being equal, we have a request that comes directly from Her Majesty the Queen. The third article of the Bracer Code states that we shall never act in a fashion that interferes with the government. We cannot ignore Her Majesty's request, however, so we must act. But we're no match for the Royal Army as we are. I ask the cooperation of all Bracers and Gransel, including Zin, of course. And we're on our own. We're stuck in martial law. Alright, let's do it. Let's do a thing. Alright, it's time to go to the villa. Yeah, don't want to assault the wrong place. I have to assemble them for you? Oh yeah, we are acquainted with a reporter. So in other words, we need to get in touch with Sister Julia. Talk to Niall. And the other Bracers? Kurt, Grant, Karna, and Adelaise. Check the bars and their usual hangouts. Please instruct them to come back here. Alrighty then. Found one. What up, Grant? One's probably in the hotel. One's probably in the mall. I can see myself running past one and then not realizing. One's probably at the... I don't know. For a second I was like, is this place closed? Because there's no one down in this corner. All the shopkeepers are in an uproar? Oh yeah, because they just like closed down all the stuff. Is it juicy? It's a real juice bomb. I kind of want to use that from now on. If someone's like, do you got any juicy gossip? I'm like, I have the juiciest bomb. It's a juicy bomb. Get ready for the juice bomb. I will admit, this, like, whole section, like, from like, the castle on, it's been very wordy. Like, obviously it's gonna be wordy, but it's been very wordy. I'm, like, itching to, like, actually, like, run around and do shit. I just want to storm the villa now. So I bet one of them is in here. Hello? Hello? I'm sure they're here somewhere. Aha! Already has, like, weird amnesia. Hi, Kurt! We have a major assignment! Look awfully pale. Oh, has he encountered it before? Shade lift? What was that? You didn't even touch him. It's a special spirit channeling breath technique. Allows a user to directly affect the target's body without direct physical contact. How are you feeling? Wow, actually a lot better. Good bit of it's coming back. I'm a little unsteady, but I think I'll be alright. There was an accident around 3 months ago. Someone had asked me to check up on those men in the black outfits, and then I took something suspicious from them. It was the black orbment. So the person who gave you the assignment, yeah, it was your dad. So the K on that package was you! I actually completely forgot about that, the letter. Where it's like, get Professor R, signed K, and I was like, I completely forgot about that. Who could have done this? That's a cheerful thought. They have, like, mind-wiping drugs now. Okay, the last one's Karna. Where would Karna be? If I were Karna, I would be... I don't know where the fuck I'd be. In the cafe? In the equipment shop? I'd probably... Maybe she's in the equipment shop. Fucking called it. I'm so good at this. Does the game mention anything about the secret society? If they have, I don't remember. It's possible they've mentioned it once in passing. Secret society. I don't know. I definitely don't have information on anything like that. Alright, I'm gonna try talking to Neil first. Just to see. Oh, there he is. Oh, there's Dorothy. Okay. This is the weird chief. Morning, Sarayu. How you doing? It's basically martial law. Guess I'll find out later, I suppose. We're here to talk to Niall, please. Niall hasn't shown up here today or yesterday. Getting some food before hours and hours of Temtem. Nice. I'm doing fantastic. I said this at the beginning of the stream. I haven't seen my favorite chips in months, and it's because they like rebranded it. It's a roasted red pepper. Oh, it's so good. I almost ate the whole bag in like 2 minutes. So good. It used to be like a completely different bag, and they're like, now we'll just have it like in a multigrain thing. Who knows why? But it's so good. Oh fuck! What was the last thing happened? What did it get cold? We definitely went out to dinner. He was out researching an article for sure. I mean, he's always out researching an article. I'm gonna say the article. Oh yeah, he did get a call. I thought he did. That's why I hate living in a testing city sometimes. I see a lot of new items half the time I try it out, and like I'll never see it again. You live in a testing city? I mean, at least you get to try out the weird new shit. Oh no! I can't believe Neil's dead. Who said he was dead? Maybe he went to another province? I already inquired with the landing port's passenger registry and there was no sign of him. These are the times we live in. Controlling the media is a big deal for the military. What do you think, Chief? One of a bunch of cities in Indiana, they get to try new food items and stuff in stores before it's otherwise released nationally. Interesting. Particularly in the case of the Intelligence Division. So I imagine there's a few things you've tried that are just like gone forever. It's in a reporter's nature to want to get us as much as possible into the hands of the readers. Oh fuck, the last thing he told us about was... I think it was the arranged marriage. The Duke mentioned something about it at the dinner party. It'd make a hell of a story if it was true. He mentioned having to get me some evidence at any cost. Well, he did say he's friends with someone who works in the Herb Royal Villa. Completely off the record, but the terrorists are supposedly after the princess. So she's secretly staying in the villa for her own safety. I knew it! Nels at the villa. That makes sense. We're about to storm there. Type of spicy miso sauce I'd love to have on stir-fry and other types of dishes. I haven't seen it in like 5 years. That's unfortunate. It probably wouldn't be that hard to recreate if you can find like a regular version of that miso sauce and just add spicy things to it. But that does sound really good. No, Neil's a gunner. We can't talk about it, sorry. This is for Neil only. Neil's ears only. You gotta bring Neil back. Alright, I think that's all the talking I can do before seeing... What's-her-face here. In fact, I'm gonna save. Archbishop should know. Like how you have the same thought process of how Dorothy sounds as I do, right? I think it's the most apt voice I've given to any person ever. There's just something about Dorothy, I'm like, I think she's gonna end every sentence with like a question, so that everything's gonna go up in pitch, and she's gonna be super annoying, kind of ditzy. Just like within seconds, I'm like, that's Dorothy. Remember the bracer girl, we need Sister Ellen, please. She's no longer here. Okay. She refused to give me any details. She no doubt wished to keep the church from getting too deeply involved in whatever is occurring. She had the light of hope in her eyes, confident she was not running away to wallow in despair. We kind of need her to stay in touch. Other royal guardsmen. I wonder if there's any of those around town. Always remember that Idios helps those who help themselves. Honest and hard work. He's just telling me to go around talking to everybody in town. I remember my sister picking up that speech pattern when she would come home from college when I was a kid. Lol. It is the worst speech pattern in real life. Like, it's funny as in like a comedic sense, but when someone legit talks like that, you're just like, oh my god, stop. I feel like it was a trend at some point. Probably around when your sister was in college. Like, it felt like it just became a thing. Is this a different bishop? I think it is. Now I feel like I should run around talking to every single person. Thankfully, she grew out of it even quicker than she picked it up. That's good. It's very good. Oh, right. Wait, she crossed one of the nuns? Cross paths one of the nuns. Just early this morning, okay. I mean, she's gone. I assume she's gone, but there might be a army member. Find little Rianne, but there's been no word. Interesting. I do remember when I was a kid, there was a sister of a friend, kind of a friend, but like a school friend. And it was two sisters, and the older sister is one I was friends with, and her little sister. So their family was just like, they're from here. They don't have an accent. Like, their ancestry for the family is Swedish. And her little sister would talk with an English accent. Always. She's not English. Nobody in the family's English. Nobody has an English accent but her. And so one day my friend eventually like loses her shit on her little sister, and she's like, "Will you stop it? You're not British. You stop it." It's just like, it was just like this, like 10 minutes of yelling. It was actually really funny because it's over like pretending to have an English accent. But it just drove her so insane. It was good times. It wasn't even a good English accent either. I mean, at the time I didn't know that, but like when I remember it now, I'm like, that's actually, it's like when I do an English accent, it's not very good. I don't do a good English accent. And like, I don't think there was a single word I heard her little sister say that didn't come out with like a British accent. Like she was like a method actor. Like, that's how, like, committed she was to doing it. feel like I should have read that more carefully. Royal Guard citizen uncooperative. Okay. Commotion with workers. Yeah, there's a commotion with everyone, because it's like our supply lines! We can't leave! Fake Cockney accents? Oh yeah. No, get back here! I wonder if I'm actually gonna find, like, a Royal Guardsman just, like, hanging out in the town. I probably just have to go back to the guild and talk to them first. They're not gonna let me in or talk to me, and they're not gonna be Royal Guards, so fuck that. Maybe I should just go back to the guild. The shamest of shames. The birthday celebration, whatever shall we do? All the bracers are assembled. Have you heard from the Royal Guardsman or the reporter? No contact. We can conclude with fair certainty then the Princess Claudia is inside the villa. It's unfortunate that you were unable to make contact with the Royal Guardsman. Or at least we now know they haven't been captured. Alright, let's work out the details. Are we all up to date? Given this information, we should consider ourselves under contractual obligation to Queen Alicia. I'm ashamed of myself for not noticing something was amiss sooner. I was suspicious of those special op troops from the very beginning. I really trusted Colonel Richard, though. We got completely snowed. Completely snowed? That's an old-ass idiom. I don't think that was much of an idiom at the time. Can you all be counted on to cooperate? Yes. Got some strong allies. We have to move fast as there are lives at stake. It's not the most elegant approach, but I believe taking control of the villa through a frontal assault is our best option. It's fine by me. I can kick some ass. Split into two groups, a decoy team and a rescue team. Oh, I'm gonna be the rescue team, aren't I? I'd like to suggest we also add an ambush team to aid the decoy team, and a second decoy team to assist the rescue team. Now I'm confused. We're teaming with teams. I'm surprised Estelle knows the word teaming. She didn't know the word libido. The ambush team would lie in wait until the decoy team draws out the enemy forces, then both teams could attack at once. Meanwhile, the second decoy team would attempt to break the enemy's ranks, allowing the rescue team to enter the villa more easily. Now I understand what Zin was trying to say. Do we have large enough members to spread among 4 squads? No. Airships are grounded, so we're pretty much on our own. If only we had a chair and a gate. I agree with Zin that trying to carry out this operation with only 2 squads is risky. We may need to re-examine the strategy. If Numbers are all you lack. Maybe we can be of assistance. Oh, there she is. If it isn't Sister Military. It's a pleasure to meet you all. I'm Royal Guardsman Sub-Commander Lieutenant Julia Schwartz. The Royal Guardsmen are here at your disposal for this operation. Understood. Your participation will be most invaluable. I count 9 soldiers in your squad, including yourself. My remaining troops are incognito, stationed all throughout the city. I can assemble them within the hour. I talked to half the city and they didn't let up. How did you know we were going to try and save the hostages? I tried to find you at the cathedral and tell you, but you had already disappeared. Did you? Sorry. All I knew was that you had accepted the Queen's mission. I found out last night. Well, we just met with the Queen last night. How'd you find out? We have sources. All that matters now that Her Highness gave us the order to assist. Sources? I want sources! Alright, this gives us the extra forces we need. This additional manpower, I believe our chances of success have increased exponentially. And with extra manpower secured, we should start deciding on the teams immediately. We need 2 decoy teams, right? I believe 5 of my troops should be sufficient for one of them. Yeah, I'd say those Royal Guard uniforms should definitely catch their attention. We'll target the Intelligence Division's aerial squadron stationed just on the outskirts of the Urbzina group. They have an aerial squadron? There is a stretch of land out there that's been completely blockaded. According to my intelligence, there's only a skeleton crew of guards stationed there. If we attack, they will have no alternative but to call the villa for reinforcements. I get it. That's some good decoying right there. And then when the reinforcements show up, the ambush team pops in and takes them all out, right? We should form the ambush team then. I knew all those years of hunting down monsters in the bush would pay off one day. We got a gun or 2. Rescue and decoy 2. I think the second decoy team should also be comprised of my Royal Guardsmen. The special ops will definitely drop their guards more readily to apprehend them. I knew we'd be the rescue team. This is no game. This is for realsies. Yeah, we are the champions, so I'm sure we'll be fine. We are the strongest team. We can do this! Gotta kick their asses! We'll begin at nightfall. If you have loose ends to tie up, speak now or forever hold your peace. I don't know if there is anything to do. I never did go back into the sewer. There's a chest down there. I don't know if there is anything to do. Do I have any Sepith? I have a lot of Sepith, actually. And a lot of money. The only thing I need are Action 3s and EP Cut 3s, which requires Time Sepith that I have none of. I don't need anything else. Until I get a 4th party member, I also don't have a healer. I mean, I have lots of food. Probably be fine with food. I have lots of food, actually. I mean, this is good enough. Maybe I'll try talking to, like... I mean, who the hell's left? Dorothy? try and say goodbye to Dorothy, I guess. Say goodbye, like we're gonna go die. No, I don't really know what else to do, so I think we can just move forward. Unless there's like another sewer entrance I've just completely neglected that I actually like can get into. I mean, I only have the 2 keys. Maybe afterwards I'll come back and we'll like storm the castle and be like, hey! Or go underground. Where was the underground bit? There is one near. Near where? Near where? So what? I know there's one here, and there's one in the east block. But there has to be a 3rd entrance to get that last chest I saw. Unless I just missed some sort of secret wall thing. Which I don't think I did. I went through it like 6 times. There's 2? Okay, I know there's 2. I've been through both of those. I could just give up on it. This is always been kind of curious. What are these? I'm not gonna go traipsing through that sewer again. So I went through it with a fine-tooth comb. I think I'll get the chest later. I'm trusting you guys with this. Let's go. We're ready. We're gonna meet back here. This is the Amberl Monument Rest Area, so this should be the place. The only real issue is whether or not Lieutenant Schwartz and our men can get here undetected. I mean, we've already done it. So... yeah. My order? You were the ones who originally received Her Majesty's request. I'm just a rookie. That doesn't really matter. I don't think you'll have a problem. Just do it without shouting. Right. Okay, then here goes. Everyone, let's get those hostages rescued. Is it time to change shifts yet? Stay focused. There weren't more than 10 escapees. If the Colonel really put his mind to it, we could hunt the lot of them down in no time. If you think it's so easy, then go ahead and try. If there were really only 2 there, I feel like she could have just done that by herself. I guess she is drawing that many people to her, though, so... that settles that. It's working! Oh god, I would legit die to that. There are too many of the fucking sword dudes with their fucking shadow delay thing. Where they're just like pop pop. Pop pop. Trying to pop pop without pop popping my mic. I already popped it once. Now you're going to die. I actually kind of forgot there was an ambush team. I'd be really bad at this in real life. Lol. Alright, looks like they went for it. Now's our chance. It's gorgeous. Looks like the welcoming committee's here. Who are you people? You don't need to know our names. Alright, nobody's specifically weak to anything.
Come on!
Oh shit, that's an AoE. I think I'll just stand first. They're very split up. I feel like I should just attack normally. He's doing what he's supposed to do! Oh, I was gonna do this, but he's not at 200 anymore, so I don't know if I even want to. Guess I didn't really need it. Wow, that's Sepith.
Savor the victory. We earned it.
That's decent XP. This place is huge. We'll just have to search for it room by room. If we just hang around here, you can bet we're going to have more company, and soon. I don't have any water, do I? Nope. I mean, that's okay. I feel like... No, that's okay. I have tons of food. Room by room, let's go. What? Oh, I went the wrong way. Not the shadow weaving! It's a single target. I hope this kills him. God damn it. Alright, fine. Can I hit everyone? Yes! Get fucked.
They messed with the wrong guy.
Not fun. Looks like there's still quite a few soldiers in the village. They're patrolling the corridor in the central courtyard periodically. Our only option will be to silence anyone who sees us. Yes. I'm gonna have some curry. Just gonna hang out, cook some food. We're not in a rush today. I can't, like, turn all the way. Alright, there's no one in here. There's no books to read. This is a big villa. Balls. I'm eventually gonna run out of CP. I do get 20 back every time I do that, but still. Balls.
Come on! Listen!
That wasn't even 200, and she still did almost 3k damage. Holy shit. Stop it. Like, I I know she has strength up, but like, goddamn.
We're good to go.
Let's have some more curry. Ooh. It's a giant sword. Kinda want it. It's locked. Seems pretty solid. You definitely won't be able to get in without the key. Drawing room? Okay. Oh, balls. What are you doing here? Oh, they're drunk. Good evening. We're with the Bracer Guild. No need to get up. Okay. Oh, I can't get all four. I'll get the front three. Crit them hard.
Come on.
You're finished.
Ooh, almost got them all. All right, he doesn't have any AoEs. Those two will definitely die. So, I didn't even need the spell, really. Would have been great if they're all confused. Yeah, that would have been cool. I would have killed all challenge, but I still kicked their ass anyway. Please don't kill me. I'm not with them. We know that. You work here. Thought I was done for when my reporter friend was taken away. It's okay. He's so sad. Big hall inside. Maybe over there? Oh, it is locked. The key is normally in the possession of the Intelligence Division Company Commander. I believe he left when the terrorists showed up. What? It was taken by the ones who ambushed Lieutenant Schwartz and her men. There's no time to go back. There's a spare key to that door. It's here somewhere. If memory serves, I believe it's hidden in the gallery. I think I've been in the gallery already. So I'm just gonna keep going to all the rooms. I take it these fights are just infinite. They're just gonna keep coming. Not the shadow weaving!
Come on.
Oh, I should have saved it for the crit, but whatever. Oh, that was so close.
You're finished.
Bum, 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 ba, da, bum. Stop it. Oh, he's fucking sealed in some shit. He ain't got no AoEs. Earth Lance this dude.
All right, we're good to go.
Excellent. the main hall. Was there no way upstairs? Oh, there wasn't. For some reason, I assumed I just, like, missed a room. I don't remember where the gallery was. It was on this side, though. What was this one? Nope. Nope. This was the library. Thick!
Come on.
Hey, over here!
She does the damage! Rude! Well, this went downhill.
They messed with the wrong guy.
I can just cure the KOs easy peasy. I may as well make all of these as I can. I could just, like, give someone... Hold on, I'm just gonna... Here, just take a... Just take an HP 3 real quick. Problem solved. What did he have before? It was EP cut. I should probably do that, but replace it with Eagle Eye. I don't know. You can rest in the room with the guy behind the bar. Ooh. Found a spare key. God damn it.
Come on.
God damn it, Joshua. All fucking game.
Piece of cake.
I'm gonna level in one more fight. Sweet. Who are you? Why do you look so familiar? You won the competition! Look, we can persuade you just to forget you saw us. Maybe. We're defenders of an impregnable fortress. You want past us, you have to go through us. Alright. Well, I've yet to fight, like, bardish dudes. Okay.